I wanted to save my son, but then the truck's gas tank suddenly fell. The force of the impact sent it straight toward my daughter's direction. She didn't have time to move and lost her life. At my daughter's funeral, I was heartbroken. My wife couldn't accept the death of our daughter. After the funeral, she took my son and went to my parents' house. I was left alone at home, nostalgic for the happier times we had. Then, out of nowhere, I remembered what our neighbor told me. He said that if you bury a dying animal in that cemetery, it will miraculously come back to life. To see if it was true, I buried our dead cat in that cemetery, and to my surprise, the next day, the kitten came back to life. I suddenly had a bold idea. What if I bury my daughter there? Maybe she'll come back too. So, at dusk, I dug her up carefully and gently buried her in that cemetery. Then I went back home and placed her clothes on the bed. But just as I did that, I heard a noise outside. I immediately ran to see what was going on. The front door somehow opened by itself. Inside the house, there were a series of little footprints covered in dirt. I followed the tracks to the basement. I thought my daughter had returned, but instead, I found an animal mask. I felt so disappointed, but at that moment, I suddenly heard my daughter's voice from behind. She really came back, but when I was giving her a bath, I was horrified to realize her hair was so stiff that I couldn't even brush it. I carefully pulled her hair aside, and then even stranger things started happening.